Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 7, 8, 9 here and 10. Let me just read. Verse 7, Ecclesiastes chapter 9 says, "Go eat your bread with joy and drink wine with a merry heart, for God has already approved what you do. Let your garments be always white. Let not oil be lacking on your head. Enjoy life with the wife whom you love, and all the days of your vain life that He has given you under the sun. Because that is your portion in life and in your toil at which you toil under the sun. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might. For there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in the grave to which you are going." Okay, so the writer here is contrasting the living and the dead, something like that. He said here before we got to our verse that the dead people have got nothing under the sun, everything is forgotten, something like that. Their memory is forgotten. Then he comes to verse 7, says, "To the living now." So that's the contrast. So it says, "To you who are alive now, go eat your bread with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart, for God has already approved what you do." So in simple terms, he means that this God has already approved what you do. It means God has given you grace today to do what you do. If God didn't want you to wake up today, if God didn't want you to eat, you could not have done that. But the fact that you are able to do it, the fact that you are able to wake up, the fact that you are able to eat and to do these things that you do, it means the Lord has approved those things. You see, that is part of His stamp of approval. Therefore, go eat bread with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart. So bread and wine were these things that they ate every day, especially during celebrations. They would sit down and they would eat bread and drink their wines. It is part of this joyous celebration. So the idea is that this life that you are given, since you are alive, God has given you to enjoy that life, to enjoy it. Yes, to enjoy that life. You see, for God has already approved it. He's already put His stamp of approval for you to enjoy this life. That's the point here. Verse 8, "Let your garments be always white. Let not oil be lacking on your head." Again, this white garment and this oil is part of now you taking care of your body. It's part of you dressing yourself smart, bathing, something like that. It's part of this life that you are given. Take care of it. Take care of your body. Something like that. Dress well. You see, so that's the idea here. Verse 9, "Enjoy life with the wife whom you love." Notice, say, enjoy life. God has given you this life to enjoy it, for your enjoyment. Actually, there's a verse in the New Testament. It's First Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. It says, "As for the rich in this present age, charge them not to be haughty, not to set their hopes on the uncertainty of riches, but on God, who richly provide us with everything to enjoy." So God richly provide us with things to enjoy. The Lord has given us the sun for us to get warmth, to enjoy. The Lord has given us a breath of fresh air every day. The Lord gives us the gifts, all these beautiful gifts, the gift of family, the gift of good food, the gift of everything that we do on this earth. It's all part of His stamp of approval. Therefore, He's given those things for us to enjoy them. You see, to make the most of this life, to make the most of these things that God has given us, these resources. So it says, enjoy life with the wife whom you love. So this wife, again, that's the companionship that is given us, this gift of companionship, this gift of family. Enjoy life with your family now that you are still alive. Enjoy life, make the most of it with them. Show them that you love them, be with them, support them, something like that. That's the idea here. It says, all the days of your vain life that He has given you under the sun. Notice that word, vain life. We find this word many times here in the book of Ecclesiastes. That means your life is useless in the sense that it's only short, it's only for this while that you are on earth. then you move on and you die. You see, therefore, because your life is short, it is useless in that sense. You see, it's only a short years that a human being lives, only a short years. Therefore, he's saying that enjoy that life, make the most of it, make the most of what the Lord has given you, that sort of a thing. It says, your vain life that he has given you under the sun, because that is your portion in life, and your toil at which you toil under the sun. So all this toiling, all this hard work, all these things that we do, all this sweating, looking for money, this and that, always busy, this and that, always stressed, looking for this, looking for food, something like that. What is our reward? Our reward is that we enjoy these things that we work for. We enjoy this life. And after we have toiled, we must also give time for ourselves to appreciate the Lord and to enjoy these things that He's given us, because that is our portion. That is your portion. Let me pause here and actually counter one misunderstanding about this. There's actually, I think, two misunderstandings. The first misunderstanding is a person who says, eat, drink, and be merry, and tomorrow I die. This person says, I don't care about God. I don't care about anything. I'm just going to go eat. I'm just going to enjoy life. I'm just going to get drunk. I don't care because I'm going to die anyway. That is the wrong attitude. That's not what he is saying. He is not saying that we are to abandon God and to live like animals. In the context of following Christ, in the context of living the Christian life, in the context of loving God and loving His commandments, you see, in that context, we are to enjoy life. So enjoying life, therefore, does not mean go and sin willingly. It's not that. Enjoying life means go and appreciate what the Lord has given you, and then be thankful and enjoy that thing. Something like that. It's not a let me go and enjoy sin and something like that. That's what people think. That's the misunderstanding. Now, the second misunderstanding is that people think that as believers, God does not want us to enjoy life. That God does not want us. He wants us to be always sad. He wants us to be always, I don't know. But God also wants us to enjoy life. We can be holy at the same time being joyous. We can be holy at the same time enjoying these beautiful blessings that the Lord has given us. You see that misunderstanding. The third misunderstanding is, of course, prosperity gospel. Prosperity gospel will say Jesus came to give you all these riches of the world. You have to be rich and famous. Unless you are rich and famous, you are not a good Christian or something like that. God has not blessed you, something like that. That's another misunderstanding again. To say that God has given us all things richly to enjoy does not mean that poor people are out of the will of God. We can all equally enjoy the blessings God that has given you, regardless of our financial worth, you see. So I can have my 2 cents, the other person has got his own millions, and both of us can fully enjoy what God has given us. Can fully enjoy and be grateful for this life. That's the point here, you see. Then the last verse, he says, whatever your hands finds to do, do it with your might. For there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in the grave to which you are going. So we are all in the journey to the grave. And he's saying, now as you are alive, whatever your hands finds to do it with your heart. You see, if God has given you a certain talent to do these things, do it. If God has given you some education, get educated. Do follow your career, something like that. Whatever your hands finds to do, what is it that the Lord gave you that you enjoy doing? Do that thing now that you are alive. This is the only chance to exercise your gift or to exercise your talent. Whatever your hands finds to do it. You see, something like that. That's the thing. So it says, do it with your might, do it with your heart, because that is your gift, that is your talent, that is what God has given you. If you want to upskill yourself now. That's the thing. If you want to, I don't know, live your life empowering other people, or you want to live your life doing this and that, Do that thing now that you are still alive. Do it with might, with your might, it says. It says, for there is no work or thought, notice work. So if now that we are working, we have to appreciate God for that work or thought, all this thinking, all this knowledge, all this wisdom, all this learning, it's not there in the grave. Therefore, now get knowledge, now get wisdom, now get educated if you want something like that. But the point is, in the grave where you are going, those things are not there. Therefore, do them now. That's the point. Okay, so let me end by just one verse from First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 31. It says, so whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do all to the glory of God. So this is the idea that whatever your hands finds to do it with your might. It means do it all to the glory of God, being thankful to Him, acknowledging Him as the strength giver, as knowledge giver, as the one who approved this life for you. Therefore, since this is your only life that God has given you, be grateful for that life and enjoy that life. Go eat your bread with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart, because God has already approved that. Enjoy life with the wife or with whomever the Lord has given you for companionship, for family. Enjoy that life with those people now that you are alive. That's the message.